8 Historical Misconceptions Debunked. Number 8. Columbus's Voyage. Christopher Columbus, in 1492, set off west towards India to prove that Earth was round, but instead became the first European to discover America. Or did he? Well, first, the argument Columbus had with the Queen and her scientific advisors was not over the shape of the Earth, but of its size. Unfortunately, Columbus estimated that the Earth was much smaller than previously thought, which is why he thought he could set off to India without very many supplies. Instead of running out of supplies though, he instead landed in North America, right? Not quite. He landed on one of the islands in the Caribbean. Number 7. Knight Armor. The plated armor of the European knights of the Middle Ages did not restrict movement, and knights did not require a crane just to get onto their horses. Plated armor may have actually provided the same freedom of movement as chainmail armor. You could also push over a knight very easily, but he'll just get right back up if he were used to the armor. Number 6. George Washington's teeth. Washington did not have wooden teeth. They are made of gold, hippopotamus ivory, human and animal teeth, as well as lead. Wait a minute, lead? You have got to be kidding me on this one. Number 5. Hitler only had one testicle. No, he most likely had 2. Number 4. Short life expectancies. It is true that a person was only expected to live around 30 years in the Middle Ages, but if you have already lived long enough, your life expectancy could be in the 70s. Even cavemen often lived into their 70s. Number 3. Marie Antoinette said, "Let them eat cake," when she heard that the French peasants were starving. The phrase was published in Jean-Jacques Rousseau's Confessions when Antoinette was only 10 years old. That phrase was likely coined by Rousseau himself or Maria Theresa, King Louis XIV's wife. But neither Maria Theresa or even Rousseau himself said those exact words. The real phrase was "Quelle manière de dire brioche," which means "let them eat brioche," which was a type of rich bread. Pardon me, French. Number 2. Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is actually the celebration of the Mexican victory over the French at the Battle of Puebla on May 5th, 1862. The real Mexican Independence Day is September 16th, so it's really more 16 de septiembre. Number 1. The Romans copied the Greek gods. That is not entirely true. The Greeks and the Latins, whom the Romans are part of, had the same gods since the very beginning. However, they spoke different languages.